continue learning accounting for non-profit organization. In this, there are four categories. Let's start with category 1. This is pertaining, I'm sorry, there are 5 categories. Okay, so let's start learning category 1. Category 1 is pertaining to the expense. Okay, so why I have separated them, I will tell you in a minute. Okay, now it's the example given as an audit fee or salary or rent or interest. Basically, these are expenses. So, the reason I have separated them is you will find this expense in the payment side of the receipts and payments, and then you will find adjustments. There will be outstanding audit fee or salary or interest or rent given in the adjustment also, and then you will also sometimes may have it in the balance sheet as well as outstanding. So that's the reason I've separated this. So basically over here, first question you need to ask yourself is audit fees, is it a capital expense or a revenue expense? I have put a cross over here which indicates it's not a capital expense, it's a revenue expense. Then the second step, you need to ask a question, is there any outstanding audit fees entry in the adjustments? If the answer is no, you can write the audit fees in the outer column and move to the next entry. But invariably you may have it. So if you have it, then you need to enter the audit fees mentioned in the receipts and payments column in the receipts and payments account in the on the payments side. Enter that in the inner column, plus you need to add the outstanding audit fees mentioned in the adjustments. Then you need to go up into the balance sheet of last year and you need to check if there is an outstanding audit fees on the liability side. If it's not given, then you add the two totals and write it in the outer column. But if it is there in the liability side of the balance sheet, then in that case you need to uh, write, you would have already written the audit fees from the payment side in the inner column, and you would have also added the outstanding audit fees from the adjustments, minus you need to write last year's outstanding audit fee and write the calculated amount in the outer column. So basically there are 4 steps. First step is whether it is a capital expense or a revenue expense. Second step, whether there is an outstanding fee in the adjustments column, that you need to add it with the this year's uh, audit fees or salary or rent or interest, whichever item it is. And then you need to go up into the balance sheet and check if on the liability side if there is an outstanding audit fee or outstanding salary, that you need to minus it and write the total in the outer column. This is if the outstanding expense is given in the adjustments and in the balance sheet. This is how we need to treat it. Okay, uh, let me just pull out one sum so that you can see it. Just give me a second. Okay, let me. I'll just show you one example so it's easy for you to follow. So let us move to page number 20. Okay, let's go down. Yeah, so I hope you're able to see this. Let me remove the thumbnails. Right sidebar. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, this is Sharda Education Society, and this is the receipts and payments column for year 2018. This is the balance sheet for the previous year. So in the payment side, you will have the audit fee. Let's take these parallelly so you can see both stuff. Let me reduce this. Let me move this here. So parallelly you can see the audit fees in the payments column. So first step, you will ask whether it is a revenue expense or a capital expense. Okay, so it is a revenue expense. Then you come down and see in the adjustments if there is an outstanding audit fees still due, so which means uh, it is outstanding. So you write this in the inner column and then add this figure and then go up into the liability side of the balance sheet, and if there is an audit fee, you minus this. So basically this is what this flow chart is telling. Audit fees, which is this one from the payments side, plus this year's outstanding audit fee, which is this one, minus last year's audit fees. Calculate that. In this case, all three of 2500, 2500 plus 2500, that's 5000, minus 2500, that is 2500. That is what you will write in the outlook column. Okay, let's see one more example. So all right. Okay, now let's take the example of salary. As it's the same thing. Salary, you will ask the question whether it is a capital expense or a revenue expense. It is a revenue expense. So which is mentioned over here, 25,000. This is for receipts and payments for the year 2018, and this is for the previous year, the balance sheet 2017. This is Golden Sports Club Vijayapura. Okay, and then you come down and see outstanding salary, which is 5,000. So you add this 25,000 plus 5,000, that is 30,000. And then you go up and see if there is an outstanding salary for the previous year. Yes, there is 7,000. So you add this 25,000 plus 5,000, that's 30,000, minus this 7,000, that is 23,000. And that is what you're supposed to write in the outer column. So basically, it's a revenue expense. Is there any outstanding salary account? Yes, there is. We see it here, and then we write this in the inner column and add this 5,000 to that salary, and then we go up and see in the balance sheet for the last year if there is. That's the third step, minus last year's outstanding salary, and then finally we calculate and write in the outer column. I hope by now you have understood this. So the next one, we will do it in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Press the bell icon so you can get notifications for the next video. Also do like and leave your comments and pass it on to your friends and family who you think may need this. Thank you. See you in next video. Bye for now.